All right, so with today being April 20th, 2022, 420, let's talk about pot stocks, marijuana stocks. This could be a touchy subject. I may rub some people the wrong way, and I'm also curious to see what you guys have to say about this. I'm going to throw out my opinion on pot stocks, marijuana stocks, what I have seen throughout my career. This isn't really about who's right, who's wrong. I always want to look at the chart and have the stocks tell me the story. So with pot stocks, and this is a touchy subject for some people, pot stocks back in the day, they were hot. They were hot for a very short period of time when all of these states, like first state was Colorado, started to legalize recreational marijuana. Then slowly all of these other states started to follow. California. I live in Michigan. There's recreational marijuana. You can grow marijuana and distribute it. And with pot stocks for a short time, I think this was back in 2018, they went on a big run. And you've seen a lot of pot stocks run and go. Now, still to this day, I see TLRY pop up pre-market or pop up, and there's always somebody. There is always somebody that says, TLRY, do you think it will continue? And in my honest opinion, this is my opinion though, and I'm also curious to hear what you guys have to say about pot stocks. No really potential or money opportunity in pot stocks unless you're a short seller. With pot stocks, they naturally decay. That's all they do. How many times have you seen TLRY, for example, and this is the example we're going to use for this video. This is one of the most popular marijuana pot stocks there is out there. But how many times have you seen TLRY gapping up pre-market and then just slowly fade off right back down to where it came from? My whole career, just about, this is what I see happen a lot with pot stocks, and there's always that one person that comments, what do you think about TLRY or OCG or something? I forget the name of these pot stocks. First and foremost, marijuana pot, they have an ETF, MJ, Mary Jane. That's the marijuana ETF. And when you look up at the daily chart, let's pull the daily chart up for MJ. You could scroll out on this and see that this stock has just been getting drilled down ever since this run up here, up to $34. It's just been getting just straight up, making lower lows, lower highs. It's naturally decaying and falling apart. Ever since that big run up, 2021, when it topped out, ever since then, it really hasn't proven itself. It's just been falling apart, falling and falling and falling and falling. And I swear to you, every single time pre-market TLRY gaps up, it just slowly fades off the whole day and falls right back down to where it came from. Now, what's with it with pot stocks? With it getting recreational use and everybody is now getting their marijuana card and smoking marijuana freely, why isn't the value going up? Well, with my thinking in the whole thing, there's too many hands in the honeypot. Too many hands. Look at around where you live. I live in Michigan, for example. So I remember when marijuana first got legalized. When it got legalized, I swear to you guys, on every single corner, there was around 5 to 8 mom and pop dispensaries that would pop up and want to sell pot. The market is over diluted with people wanting to make money in the pot field. Now with Uncle Sam wanting to dip his hands in, and you got to give Uncle Sam his portion. There's all kinds of people out here wanting to open up a dispensary, make money. The market is overpopulated with people wanting to make money in this field. So anytime you have an object, what's the word I'm trying to use here? Oversaturated with people, it's overpopulated. There's going to be no value there. It's the basics of supply and demand, right? you have low supply of something and a huge demand, prices are going to skyrocket. If you have a huge supply of something and not much demand, prices are not going to go any higher because there's an oversupply of it. That's the perfect explanation that I have with pot stocks. I remember back, this was like a year ago, we had a guy in our Discord group. He was so obsessed with pot stocks, and some of you guys may recall his name because that's all he would talk about is marijuana pot stocks. And I was like, man, I'm telling you, dude, down the road it's eventually gonna burn you. Because what would happen was he would just keep averaging in on these pot stocks every week. He would be buying and buying and buying, and then it would gap up and he'd be wanting to sell. And then that's all the pot stocks are filled with, are swing traders, bag holders. Now I don't even know if that guy's around anymore because he just slowly vanished and disappeared. So I have no clue what happened to him. But looking at the chart, and when I break it down, with it slowly decaying like this, probably lost all of his money or a big portion of his money, because all they do is naturally decay. So I'm not here to try and bash on people who like these pot stocks. I wanted pot stocks to be hot and in play all the time because it just offers more opportunity. But when I look at the daily chart, let's pull back up the daily chart again. When I look at the daily chart and I really break it down, there's really no opportunity there. It's really dried up. Sure, it had one good run here, but then after that, this stock has given back everything and then some. So until we break up out of this downtrend and marijuana confirms that it's in an uptrend, it's a no-go right now. You could see, and you could clearly draw lines out on this chart just by connecting all of the lower highs, or we've been in a confirmed downtrend for over a year and a half now. We broke up out of this trend right here with this little pop, but as you see, it just gets drilled right back down again to where it came from. So there's no establishment with marijuana. It's not building off of anything. This stock just keeps making lower lows, lower highs. If maybe from here on out, it can start building up off of this and up through 10 and starting to build, then yeah, maybe you can add it to a swing trading portfolio or even a longer term portfolio. But as of right now, it's just an endless pit that you're burning into your pocket. And like we were just talking about, too many people have their hands in the pot. All of these different dispensaries are popping up. They're trying to make money. You got Uncle Sam putting a high tax dollar on marijuana. Sure, the marijuana is fantastic and there's different strains of it. There's all different varieties. There's a lot of money in marijuana if you're a dealer, but we're traders. There's no really trading opportunities in the marijuana field. Maybe if you get into the penny stocks of things, I don't know. But I mainly focus MJ and TLRY. And these are my personal opinions on the pot sector and whatnot. And you can go off and branch out into other different industries and subsectors of marijuana. Let's look at Finviz real quick. Pull up Finviz, type in TLRY, go into the drug manufacturers, specialty, and generic. Go into that subsector there. Go into the percentage change. Look at all of these different marijuana related stocks and start breaking it down. You may find a little niche somewhere in, let's say, a subsector. They come out with soil or something for these pot stocks to grow, or there's some type of chemical out there that keeps the mites down when these pots are growing. But with it being 420 and all, I thought I'd make a quick video on pot stocks, marijuana stocks, give you guys my opinion and take on it. I see a lot of people always talk about TLRY every single time it pops, and I say the same thing every single time. It's just gonna fade back down to where it came from. Pot stocks are weird. They were hot for one moment and then they weren't hot again. If you're a short seller, business has been booming for pot stocks. But for longs and long-term swings or longs period, it's just been a money pit. There's really no opportunity. It's overpopulated. I'm Mr. Wolf. I'm honestly curious to hear what you guys have to say about pot stocks. What do you guys think? If you're new to the channel here, hit that subscribe button. Check out my video library. There's over 700, 800 videos, educational videos in my library. Check it out. Take advantage of the education at your disposal. And if you're interested in joining the Trading Learning 101 Discord group, there should be a link to the Discord group down in the video description below. Enjoy the rest of your 420, guys. Happy 420. And until next time, have that patience, have that discipline, study, study, study. Later, guys.